The Gambia is one of my favourite countries in Africa. White people getting in a bus, getting out of a bus. Most white people don't get on a bike with the camera on their head and then go through a field of goats. Don't forget. Just remember. Let's go and investigate Soma. Right, never been here before. Who knows what we'll see. It begins, of course, as always, with a goat. Oh no, is that a dog? Oh, it's a dog. Don't worry, you'll see a goat anytime now. Stop signs don't mean anything. I don't think they mean anything anywhere south of Spain. But they do make for a pretty place for a goat to have a pee. This is quite normal, seeing... Oh, there's a whole bunch of cows on the back of that one. That one's a bit abnormal. But seeing people hanging onto vehicles is very much a national sport in the Gambia, particularly to the back of buses. You will see that soon. There's a little donkey on the left and a fella having a nice day. Guy on the wrong side of the road, standard, one of my faves. Used to let it bother me, now roadsides are arbitrary. I saw a taxi reverse into someone yesterday, so just gonna give him a little bit of extra room. This is Soma, S-O-M-A in the Gambia. That is a very little donkey. Oh, that would be great for a nativity play. And it looks like this is a bus drop-off and pick-up point, which is quite normal. It's near the highway. There's no town near here. There's a couple of kids almost surfing before they were told off. I'm just going to pop the camera away. Here we are, just north of Soma, Soma. You will find the first bridge along the river. I don't know how many more there are after this, but if you're coming from the Atlantic Ocean, then this is what you'll see as the first bridge. There's some ferry crossing points along the way, of course, but I have to say I'm quite impressed with this. It's cost 60 dollars to cross, which is about €1, and it feels proper space age. I haven't looked into it, maybe it's Chinese money. It certainly looks pretty new. And the River Gambia below to the left, the sun setting, and to the right, the massive and wide River Gambia. Guys, just think how wide it is there, and this is the narrowest point so far. I've been driving along it for a day and a half. Bugger. That is how you load a bus up. Piping, bags on top, you name it. Is it piss drunk leaning to one side? Abso-bloody-lutely. But it's still going, and so is this Peugeot from 1978 or something like that. Plenty of miles on that little puppy yet. And into the amazing forest. Past the mangroves and into the actual forest. But it's been nearly 5 minutes and I haven't seen a donkey. If only I could just see one man and a donkey, even in a space age, new age, swanky part of road like this. Wouldn't it just be perfect? Oh, there he is, fella with a donkey, fella with a donkey. If you're in Gambia, you're never more than 20 feet from a fella with a donkey. Right, 20 feet might have been an exaggeration. I'm going to give you a bit of running commentary as we get through the heart of a town which I actually don't know the name of. Sorry about that. I'm on a 120cc little fella. And yeah, so we're 200 kilometres away from Banjul, the capital. And I've just forgotten how to change gear. I'm on a semi-automatic, which means I don't need a clutch, even though every time I change gear, I feel for one, for you petrol heads. Filming is not illegal, but I am discovering it's slightly frowned upon, so someone might have a little chat with me about the fact that there's a camera on my head. But don't worry, what could possibly go wrong? Right, let's see. So we've got some litter on the streets. We have the roundabout ahead. It's optional to go round it the correct way, but I think on this occasion I will. There's a policeman. Let's ignore him. Policemen in this part of Gambia, in fact, I believe the whole of Gambia, get paid £38 a week. Something I learned over a beer last night. And £38 is about $45. And I just said a week. That would have been bad, wouldn't it? Well, actually, it's worse than that. It's a month. Here are some donkeys. The Gambia is one of my favourite countries in Africa. It's fastly become this. I've only spent a few days here and I absolutely love it so far. I haven't been to even a quarter of African countries. White people getting in a bus, getting out of a bus. Most white people don't get on a bike with the camera on their head and then go through a field of goats. But I do because I love it. Yeah, so the police are paid badly. There's corruption, quite a lot of it, of course. That's what happens when you don't pay your police force correctly. I haven't been asked for a bribe yet. Quite pleased about that, but if you do get asked for a bribe, it's usually no more than €1, $1, whatever. And I don't think I'll be paying any because I haven't done anything wrong, and I do have a bit of a problem with paying bribes when I haven't done anything wrong. Let's give you a commentary of this town though. So as you can see, it is awash with colour. Just the most amazing garb on the ladies. The sun is shining brightly and we're about, there's someone making a bed over there, like you do, out of mahogany. Unfortunately, a lot of the mahogany trees here in Gambia have been stripped back for furniture already, but there's plenty more around. Here's some old farming equipment. Seen definitely better days. Let's go back past this woodworking facility here and see what else we can find. There's never a dull moment here. Always something to look at. Hello. I've got a blacked out visor on which I can't open because if I do open it, it kind of knocks the GoPro off. Hello. So it's quite interesting actually, being blacked out, I'm not getting as my usual hundreds of hellos. If at any point you feel a bit unpopular, pop up your visor and see if people become a bit friendlier. I love outsiders here. My visor's up a bit. I think they're just thinking I'm a freak because I've got a camera on my head apart from anything else. Let's go this way and see what happens. I mean, I'm a bit of a freak at the best of times. Driving on the right, as you may notice, even though it's an ex-British colony. But it makes sense because Gambia is completely surrounded by Senegal. And Senegal drives on the right because it was French. The Brits didn't get their own way on the right side of the road. On the left side of the road? On the correct side of the road? Arguable. Donkeys are cheap, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you see a lot of them. You can get a whole family like this, bobbing along for the price of a few carrots. Petrol is not that cheap, really. So there's a good reason that you're seeing almost a medieval scene around you. It's just good value for money. Petrol's about $1 a litre, so not cheaper than England, but not much cheaper than many parts of America. Thanks, dude. There's a donkey having a little meal with a nose bag. Let's see, I've never been here before. This is uncharted territory. I have to admit now that those white people we saw earlier with the minibus, that is my hotel. I think they're UN workers because, well, you don't get a lot of tourists here. You do get UNICEF, UN, and you get the occasional American peace, slip of the tongue, very Freudian, peace corps, promoting peace, not secret police. Oh, easy, mate, easy. Sorry about that. Staggeringly, I haven't seen any accidents in my motorbiking around Gambia. I did see someone reverse a truck out and drive into a child. Look at this stop sign. Do you reckon anyone's interested in that? No, it's optional. This might be a police checkpoint. Let me just speed through here like nothing's possibly on my head. Okay, I don't think there's any police around. Good. What was I saying? Yeah, I did see someone. Hello. I love it when they overtake on the inside and the outside at the same time. Yeah, I saw a truck pull out on a kid and clip him, which I suppose does constitute an accident, but it was just a normal passing of a truck and a kid. He was a bit grazed and he just got on with his life. It would have been a lawsuit if it had been in America. It does amaze me how hot these horses must be, dragging all this stuff around. I believe it's getting up to 38 later today. I'm wearing a shirt, but I'm wearing the gloves, just in case I come off. I think I'll still be fairly lacerated if I did come off, but... now you don't see a lot of this. This is a Muslim country, so you don't see a lot of pigs. Let's stop and say hello to a pig. A mother pig. Prime for suckling. Why does it sound slightly creepy when I say that? I'm not sure. I think it sounded like I wanted to do that. Prime for her children to suckle on her. Indeed, occasionally you do see a pig because there's about 5-10% of a Christian population here in the Gambia and about 90% Muslim. Not a lot of atheists. It'd be nice to see that number grow. Don't want to be too controversial, but I think that is always a good idea. This is charcoal for sale. I don't know how much it is, but I should imagine it's a buck or two a bag at most. And it looks like we're going out of town now. These guys will be on their way to do some work in the fields. Very agricultural, the Gambia. And very, very rural. Okay, interesting technique. This is a Gambian petrol station. Doesn't look like a petrol station. It's not really a Gambian petrol station. It's just somewhere where if you run out of petrol because you've got the world's smallest fuel tank, you can stop and buy a litre of petrol, buy the Molotov cocktail.
I want. I was it. Bye bye.